Well, let's get into the Crash of the Titans because I have a relatively busy Monday. Human Torch, a red, green, and yellow user. His red ability, I forget the name of it, but we'll find out what it is in just a moment. It costs 8. Plays beyond control. So it destroys all friendly repeater tiles, dealing damage and generating AP, and then dealing whatever his listed amount of damage is to the enemy team. And then the damage to the enemy team is increased by another amount for each repeater tile destroyed. So if you have someone like Jubilee, for example, and you happen to use his red and destroys some of her repeater tiles, yeah, you can do some pretty massive damage. Luckily, Jim Hammond also has his green ability called Wildfire, costs 6. It's both active and passive. It creates a one-turn repeater tile that deals damage to a random enemy, and at the start of your turn, excuse me, if there's at least one of Human Torch's green repeater tiles on the board, you create an additional one up to a max of 5. And so you see the synergy behind Wildfire plays beyond control. Now, Burning Persistence, we don't have to worry too much about this one here. This is his passive, and whenever an ally fires up a power, you fortify 3 friendly repeater tiles, and you create a pretty beefy strike tile. Since this is a one-on-one fight, we don't have to worry about that. His affiliation for all those that care: Heroes Shield, Avengers and Synthetic. And if you notice anything about his artwork, it's similar to the 3-star Vision, because, well, the 3-star Vision used his body, or they used his body as a template. So from one defender or invader in this case here to another, Namor the Submariner, purple, black, and green user, they're not in a particular order, and we'll be using my 275, but we'll use with 370 just to show you the strength of Namor. Namor's Mercy is his green ability, costs 10. It deals 29 or 2197 damage, and then the enemy team gains 4 AP in their strongest color. No, I'm not going to yell out Imperatus Rex, but it costs 12. It deals 520 damage to the enemy team for each blue tile on the board. Then you destroy a random set of tiles in the shape of Neptune's Trident, and destroy tiles don't generate AP. And then finally, Atlantis Attacks is his purple ability that costs 9. You convert 5 basic tiles into 4 to 5 blue tiles, and then if there are at least 10 or more blue tiles after you fire off the power, then you deal 10,070 damage to the enemy team. His affiliations: Heroes, Mutants, Illuminati, Geniuses, Non-Humans, Hellfire Club, and Battle World for all those that care. Now, our strategy against Jim Hammond, I'm not going to say it's simple, but we have some thought to it. We definitely want to deny his red, and we definitely want to deny his green. If he gathers yellow, whatever. But the main thing is, we don't want his green to fire off. If his green fires off, he's going to be dealing damage to us each turn. And then if he gets enough red on the board, then, well, poof to all those repeater tiles. And at least with my 275 Namor, that might actually sting a little bit. But we'll let my messages talk from this point forward. that was actually a whole lot simpler than what I thought it would be. Well, it certainly didn't hurt that we had those match 5s at the beginning of the fight and whatnot, and thanks Alliance Thomas for playing. Now, as far as pairing up Namor with folks, anybody that can they can generate blue or put blue tiles on the board, that's his best friend. Anybody that can speed up getting black for Namor so he can unleash his mercy, that's always a good thing too. I don't have any comic book recommendations for Namor because most of the series he's done. He does a couple stories and then floats off into the ether. Alright, let's see here. So the next crash, that is going to be 6 days, 15 hours as of this recording. Will be with Red Hulk, so we'll be using him, and then the comic book recommendation there. But we're gonna just keep it going, actually, because normally I would do split this here into two. Well, I'm gonna split it into 2 videos. So Crash of the Titans, this is in the bin, and then we'll do Welcome to Shield. Well, I'll be recording Welcome to Shield after this video here, but by the time YouTube does its stuff, you know,